happy you decided to stop by. I am really excited about today's video. Do you have trouble getting the perfect hard-boiled egg? Do you have a hard time peeling the eggshells off? Do they just kind of make the egg crumble? Well, I have got a trick for you, and it has been working every single time for my husband and I. My husband loves to have boiled eggs in the morning, so this trick, I cook the eggs up ahead and I keep them in the fridge for up to a week. In the morning he can go ahead and peel them and microwave them, and even after they've been in the fridge a week, this still works. The shells come off like nothing. So it is one simple trick, and that is using vinegar in your boiling water. That's it. No crazy steps, no ice bath, none of that stuff. This just eliminates all those unnecessary steps. So if you would like to know how to make the perfect hard-boiled egg every single time, then keep watching, because I'm going to show you exactly that. So let's not waste any time and let's head right to the kitchen. So the first thing you're going to do is fill up a pot of water. I use this large pot because I like to cook a bunch of eggs at once. Alright, so this is everything I'm going to need. And here I've got my eggs. You can really use any size you want. White shelled eggs are going to be a little bit of a thinner shell than the brown egg, but both work. And then for the secret ingredient, our magic trick here, distilled white vinegar, that's what you're going to want to use. You definitely don't want to use apple cider vinegar. I don't know what that'll leave your eggs tasting like. Alright, so I'm turning my heat on to high, and we're going to get our water to a nice boil. Put the lid on and go ahead and wait for that water to boil. This is the time I like to use to go ahead and pick out my eggs, and I like to check them real carefully to make sure there's no hairline cracks, otherwise they're going to kind of explode in the water. It's not the end of the world, but it doesn't look pretty. I like to use this mesh strainer to both put my eggs into the water and also to kind of fish them out of there. So the water is now to a nice hard boil, and we're going to use 1/3 cup of the vinegar. Honestly, I don't measure it. I usually just eye it and dump some in there, but to make it a little easier for you all, this is about what I use. Now you want to add the vinegar once the water is boiling. I don't add it before, but I add it after and right before I put in the eggs. So here I've got all my eggs in my mesh strainer, and I'm going to just carefully lower them in and go ahead and turn that down to about medium or maybe even medium low, because you don't want it to be boiling so hard, but you want just a gentle boil. Now that the eggs are in there, you've turned down the water, the vinegar's in there, go ahead and set your timer to exactly 14 minutes. Now put the lid on and wait those 14 minutes. Okay, 14 minutes later, our eggs are finished. I like to just kind of fish them out of there with my mesh strainer. So I feel this is the easiest way to get them out of the water. And then you can run them under cold water if you want, like if you're going to serve them right away. But since I typically just put them in the fridge for my husband for the week, I'm going to set them aside and just let them cool down on their own time. What I like to do is just kind of pour out the water from the pot, and then I'll just prop that up over the pot until they're cool enough to put in the fridge. The other thing I'll sometimes do is just go ahead and dump them into the Tupperware, and I'll just set them on the counter to cool, and then just close them up and put that in the fridge. And like I said, these will last up to a week in the fridge, so it's really a great meal prep for breakfast. And just for the sake of this video, of course I've got to show you how they peel, so I'm going to take one right out and show you. Literally, when I started kind of tapping the egg, I felt the shell immediately separate from the egg, and it literally just slipped right off. And how perfect is that? I have never had a time where it didn't work. So I'm really curious to know if you all have the same experience as I do, but if you follow these steps exactly, I'm pretty confident that you will. So let's go ahead and cut it open, and you will see this turned out just perfect. The perfect consistency, nice and fluffy, and there you have it, ready to enjoy. Alright, so that is what has been working for my husband and I amazingly. I hope it works for you as well. If you end up trying this, let me know in the comments area below. Also, let me know if you struggle with getting the perfect hard-boiled eggs and what some of your mess-ups have been, or maybe you know some tips and tricks too that could help someone out. Definitely leave that below. I'd love to hear. If you're new to my channel, I would love to have you as a subscriber. I am so excited because this is the first video in a series series that I'm starting, and I am going to be bringing you a new video each week. So in each video, I'm going to share a life-changing, sometimes literally life-changing hack or tip or trick about life, either in the home or the heart, because that's what my channel is all about. If that is something that you're interested in seeing, definitely get subscribed. I'd love to hear some of your tips and tricks, and we can all share as we go along. All right, well, I really hope this video has been helpful to you, and if it has, let me know by giving it a thumbs up. Also, be sure to share it with your friends and family if you think they need to know how to boil an egg. I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!